Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I love the fact that we all join together from all different time zones. Today, we are introducing Brother Hasnain Zafar Baloch. He is not new to CVU. You have heard from him before, but he will be presenting today about e-learning. Hasnain Zafar Baloch is a senior manager of e-learning at IMU, where he leads the development, implementation, and management of online learning programs. His work focuses on ensuring effective delivery of educational content through digital platforms, enhancing learners' engagement and accessibility. He serves as the module coordinator for the e-learning components of the postgraduate certificate, diploma, and Masters of Health Professionals education program. Hasnain is also a section editor for the Journal of Medical Education for Future Demands. In recognition of his expertise, he was appointed visiting professor of e-learning at the School of Medical Education and Learning Technology at Shahid Beheshti University of Medical Science. With over 25 years of hands-on experience in implementing e-learning and technology-enhanced education in higher education, Hasnain is a seasoned leader in the field. He holds a Master's of Science in Computer Science from University Sains, Malaysia, Penang. With this, I invite Brother Hasnain. But before that, a couple of housekeeping announcements. Please keep your mics muted unless you are asking a question. Two, let the questions roll. You can add them to the chat. And third, I will be posting a link to a Google form where you can put in your name and email address so we can send you your certifications. So with that, Hasnain, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sister Sakina and Prof. Shabi for the invitation. And thanks for the introduction, like I'm humbled, Okay, today topic is actually technology enhanced learning. It's very wide topic. I try to rearrange my slides for last 1 hour, Hopefully I will try to do justice to this topic, Okay, main agenda or main topics I will be covering in this webinar is sharing with you the higher education landscape. And just to verify, slides can be seen and my voice is okay. Just thumbs up, everybody, or type 5 in the chat. Okay. Right. Thanks for the feedback. Perfect. Okay, then I will be sharing theories and ID, instructional design models or learning design models. And then I will jump into scenario-based, video-based content design and how we could adjust the level of immersiveness with the help of technology or tools. And later on, I will be sharing tools which will assist us scenario-based learning design or technology-enhanced learning also. Then I will be actually moving on and then sharing the challenges and ethical consideration and future trends, Okay. By the way, this graphic, I use AI, okay, to generate. Yes, so very quickly, 2015 and 16, recent past, right, where we started boom of open education and how we could blend online, face-to-face, and different modality, like synchronous, asynchronous, high flex. All these terms I will explain later on via video. I got it from Online Learning Consortium, right? And then face-to-face teaching also. And that's where the rise of massive open online courses in Malaysia, where I'm based in. Every public university was given a target by the Ministry of Higher Education or Ministry of Education that every university must come up with at least one MOOC of their own subject where they are good at, and then they can roll out to whole Malaysian students. Then from 2017 or 18, where not present actually. It's where we have online education, flipped classroom, formal and non-formal learning. And that's where the mobile learning comes in. And during pandemic 2020 or 2021, we move rapidly from like closure of campuses to emergency remote learning. And then it's near future what's actually it happening now. A lot of universities are thinking uh, what lesson they learned during COVID pandemic, and they notice certain part of curriculum can be delivered via online, completely online. And that's where they work with industry, and you may heard of industrial PhDs, where universities collaborate with industry and real life problem could be solved via that research. And Uber University, what is the concept of Uber? A company with running, I think, was topmost e-hailing company, but without owning a single vehicle. So something similar, how we could incorporate in education or universities where there's no full-time staff or all the courses delivered. Okay, I'm looking at the chat also. So feel free to put your questions or anything you want me to elaborate further. I can actually always see on the right side. Okay, so I was telling you about Uber University, where you no need to own course, you no need to own full-time faculty. And I think I could give SIVU is very good example of that, where thanks to Prof. Shabi and his team, where he engaged uh, educators from different part of the world and package them together and deliver a lot of courses. Okay, and a lot of cohorts are running in this concept. So then comes in augmented and virtual reality and AI pedagogy. Nobody can deny that. Just 3 hours ago, I was actually delivering a talk on AI, robotics, and future jobs. This group, which invited me, is from South African countries, and they are moving very fast. I was amazed the way they were discussing. So then comes in the critical thinking, and now I would say MOOC is slowing down a bit, and micro credentialing is kicking, very fast because of nature of our, like, even after finishing diploma, learners they would like to do work or job, and while they are on job, very hard to take leave and complete full-time courses. So that's where ODL, online open and distance learning, and MOOCs or micro credentials could assist us. Okay, so this is in detail where I think open educational resources could also help us a lot to cover all these modalities where we no need to generate content again. We can reuse, and lot of my content I actually borrowed, and I will put the links also. This slide I generated using Gamma. I will share that tool also later on. Then comes in massive online courses, massive. So few thousands learners could be part of that course, and it's open. Majority of MOOCs courses are free to, enroll. Only certain course MOOCs platform or certain MOOCs, once you get certificate or some credentials uh, from the universities, then you need to pay some amount. Then comes in micro credentials. So this is very flexible micro credentials and even stackable micro credentials. In Malaysia, they are actually encouraging a lot of universities, and every universities they want to set up some kind of guidelines how, based on stackable MOOCs, half or even 70% of their actual program could be completed via micro credentials. And then maybe final semesters they can, take leave for 3 to 4 months and complete their degree programs. So this is how different areas, different regions, they have their own systems to recognize all this. And this falls under lifelong learning. Now, just watch this video and you will
In today's digital
understand.
education landscape, the language we use to describe how learning happens has expanded rapidly.
Just to confirm, can you hear the sound of the video? Yes, no? Now I pause it.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
Understanding these modalities is
thanks.
essential
Thanks.
for
Okay.
educators and
Yes.
learners navigating the ever-changing world of digital instruction. Synchronous online learning happens in real time, with instructors and students interacting live through platforms like Zoom or Microsoft Teams. This format fosters immediate feedback and a sense of community, but requires participants to be present at specific times. Asynchronous online learning, on the other hand, allows students to access materials and complete assignments on their own schedules. This flexibility supports diverse learners, especially working professionals, by removing real-time constraints. Bicronous online learning is a newer modality that thoughtfully blends synchronous and asynchronous elements. Unlike hybrid or HiFlex, bicronous learning is fully online but combines self-paced tasks such as watching recorded lectures or engaging in discussion boards with scheduled live sessions for collaboration and real-time support. This approach offers both autonomy and structure, making it ideal for learners who benefit from flexibility and interactive
Sorry.
engagement.
Yeah.
Blended learning, also known as hybrid, merges in-person instruction with online components. For example, a course might meet face-to-face once a week, while the rest of the activities occur online. Approaches like the flipped classroom, where students review materials online before in-person discussions, are common. Low residency programs, which require occasional on-site attendance, also fit this definition. HiFlex or hybrid flexible courses provide maximum choice by allowing students to participate in person, synchronously online, or asynchronously online for each session. This flexibility supports student autonomy and access, though it can be challenging to implement. Flexible mode courses are similar but may not offer all three options, instead empowering students to select their preferred mode of engagement. Clarity in defining digital learning modalities is crucial. Having common terminology directly influences course design, outcome measurement, and educational policy, ensuring that digital education remains accessible, effective, and responsive to evolving learner needs.
Okay. Can you just type some words which you could catch from that video in the chat? Let's see what you could recall. Anything you could recall from the video just now? High flex, yeah. Blended learning. Yeah, bicronous. That's something new, right? Flexibility, yes. Very good. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. So just make sure sometime we interchangeably using these terms, but there are different, they are different. There are some differences, and the key is that we should all understand and be on the same page, and then we all, yeah, flip classroom also. Yes. Thanks for the active participation in the chat. Okay, this term is actually coined in by Prof. Rozan Idrus, and I am lucky enough that I conducted several workshops with him, where he put in this term technogogy. There's no spelling error, okay? If you type in, it will autocorrect to technology. But what he defined, the convergence of pedagogy, technology, content, and which should be learner focused, and how we could map this with the learning style. So it's a 3D environment where we have all these parameters. So each and every learner will have different values, and he have successfully implemented in several universities in Malaysia. And okay. And this is another framework given by Professor Noor Khamimi, where I was mentioning you about Uber University. So yeah, this framework could be very helpful. And link is there also at the bottom. So on the right side, we may have learner designers or experts who can design content, instructional designers or technical team. And then on the left side, we have learners. And what we are going to offer in this framework is a buffet style where we apply instructional design principles, get the content from subject matter experts, apply pedagogy, and the last thing is the technology. Okay, so if your pedagogy is not appropriate or correct, how sophisticated technology we use, we will end in not appropriate content design or learning, digital learning design. And later on, we need to validate whatever we produce with the help of SMEs and learning designers or technical teams through a senior subject matter experts, and they could validate. And then don't forget to tag each and every content so that learners, when they want to search something, they could easily get it and continuously get the feedback, and cycle can goes on to further enhance or improvement. Gagne's 9 modes of instruction, one of my favorite instructional design model, I would say. And uh, it got 9 events, which sometimes you may not need to follow each and every level or steps, but is good. If you look at left side, you start with introduction by gain attention, state learning outcomes clearly, recall prior knowledge, and then comes in the core content, present. I will share another slide also how we can implement or share the content with example, simulation or explanation, and then what learner have to do with this content which we are going to provide them on different platforms. Instructions, that's very helpful. Guide them like checklist, mnemonics, or group discussion. Then comes in assessing whether whatever we design it's impactful or not. And last thing is you summarize and give them direction, give learners some direction where they could apply. And it's good if we could link our topics with real life application of whatever we have delivered to learner. Then comes in another framework, universal design for learning, because now with the help of internet, digital learning, massive open online courses, micro credentials, everything is going global. So we need to know, and this framework is also a very powerful framework. I just extracted 3 main elements of this universal design for learning framework. You can Google Online Learning Consortium. They have a proper document on this, and they even conduct workshops, if you're interested in applying this universal design for learning. The first element is engagement. So we should think of multiple ways how we could engage with students or with learners. And you notice one of way is my voice over my content, and then actively engage via chat. And there are many ways we could engage. You know better your learner, you know better your resources, you know what's available and how you could immerse. A good storyteller can actually engage learner. No need tool or technology, right? You need just your voice. Then comes in representation. So we need to address all different needs of learners. Some learners are very good in understanding the visuals. Some are, they need step by step. They need text. They need more, textual based, or some are more, experiential. So you need to implement and address all those needs, and then don't just leave by delivering lecture, delivering content and things, learning will take place. No, you need to address by asking learner to apply. So do some kind of demonstration of their understanding in the class, and that will re-emphasize or intensify the learning. And there are different methods which we can do or apply all these 3 elements of universal design for learning. Then comes in this model more on corporate style, corporate learning, but I think some of the component or modules or courses, we can apply this model also, where we rely on experiential learning is 70%, and social learning is 20%, and formal learning. Most of our executive programs, there was one recently, digital leadership and value creation. We apply this model where you will be surprised. Like we just engage 1 or 2 full-time academicians. The rest all we engage people from industry. So they bring in experiential learning, and social learning, because we created community of practice, and only 10% was the formal learning. So all these models and frameworks I'm sharing just to reduce error of our design, of digital learning experiences. So sometime you can merge all these models. Okay, there's many more models. Okay, TPAC is also one of them. Few others, but up to you in your own scenario how you could apply best suited model. Zone of proximal development or activity theory is another one where we need to be within this green range of zone of proximal development, and that will assist learners. We should not make it more challenging tasks where anxiety will increase, or make it so simple that they get bored. So we need to address all this while designing our learning activities or assessments. Now, this is the basic formula whenever you're designing even lesson, short course, micro credential. So what are the learning blocks? So like if you want to build house or building, you need bricks. So here you start with introduction and pick most common and most important type of challenge under that topic, under that course, and give them example and ask them to practice. Then comes in second most common type of challenge. It could be maybe first higher order than the first challenge, and then give them examples, ask them to practice. Then comes in third most common type of challenge, give some examples, ask them to do practice, then do the final. Each and every block or sub block, you can do some kind of formative assessment, but then comes in the proper assessment and practice, and do give them reporting and give them feedback in summarized form how they perform uh, within your micro credential course or even within that module or topic. So when you just copy paste this concept, and that's how. Only thing you need to change different types of content. If you have 6 7 topics to cover, if you're using just one type of content, learner may get bored. So you just need to apply multiple format, and or you can blended learning approach. You can even blend by asking topic one can be covered by one facilitator, topic two can be covered by another facilitator, or topic one is more textual based, topic two could be maybe video based, topic three may be totally experimental or experiential. Okay. And then don't forget to incorporate gamification and digital badges. So these two elements in your building block or learning blocks will encourage and motivate learners. Nowadays, most of learning management systems, they have these two features in that built in. So you just need to plan accordingly and design and incorporate and inform learners at the start of your course that you will earn digital badges if you do this, or if you met this criteria. And most of these digital badges are shareable. You can go to your social media platforms and share, and that will actually encourage and give some recognition and motivation. Okay, so these are the key elements when it comes to digital learning or blended learning landscape. I just pick for micro credential course, or you can apply it for any digital learning projects. So first of all, we need to do readiness test. Even for AI, nowadays everybody wants to implement AI, but they forget, are we ready where we are in the infrastructure, in the literacy skills, digital literacy skill, e-learning literacy skills? And then comes in the AI awareness, how far they know. Then only you can plan. And then we need a proper learning management system. Content is there. We need to actually design accordingly, according to learners' need and readiness level and availability of the platforms or tools. And then don't forget learner and faculty training. You need to train them. You need to upskill them. You need to get them familiarized with all the tools which you are going to implement in your landscape or ecosystem. And then last but not the least, management should be on board. Then only you will see the success rate very high. Hopefully everything is okay. Let me know if I'm too fast or too slow. I can adjust. Everything is okay. Just type maybe 7 in the chat. Number 7. Everything okay. If not okay, please type what you want me to explain. Okay, 7, all 7. Wow. Okay. Good, good. Someone is 8, so even more than fine, right? I hope so. Or maybe it's a typo error. No worries. Okay, let's move on. Learner engagements. And you could see, if you can scan this QR code, you will get digital freebies. Normally, physical, I give chocolates, But here, I'm going to give you freebies. So if you scan this. Okay, thanks for muting. Yeah, so I think you will get to my SlideShare account, and where I upload all lot of slides of my talks and workshops. Prognosis is very good free application for doctors to practice, and that's how they can engage augmented reality, gamification, VR, and a lot of AI is here. Maybe you can recall some icons here, right? This Mistral is open source. DeepSeek, also open source. Then Kahoot, there are a lot of other tools. And then scenario-based learning, Okay, that's where you can apply this. Come up with the scenario, and it's mostly non-linear and contextualized. If you are covering a nursing students, so give nursing examples. Okay, if you are doing medical students, pharmacy students, give contextualize. That scenario should be addressing their areas. Then they would actually love to practice and go. And role specific scenario also, like just now I give you example of nursing, doctors, medical doctor, cardiac specialist, pharmacists, and then comes in a story. Story need to be very strong. Okay, then only you could engage. Learn from showbiz, Sometimes 3 hours movie, you engaged in and you watch 3 hours. Most of our slides, I think third or fourth slide, learners we are with their handphones and maybe on social media. So how we could engage them? Give them challenge, give them choices to pick or hypothesis, and then based on their choices, show what consequences will happen. And then that's how you loop in. And story is very important and need to be balanced scenario. Don't go in one path so deep in that they are lost. So not 3, 4 level, and then let them come back and then go to different paths. Okay, and feedback is very important. This is another example, designing scenario-based learning where you have challenge choices. Each choice will have different consequences, or each choice will lead to different content. Okay, and then this is multiple or complex scenarios designed. This is a template or storyboard. You can actually copy. It's very simple. You can even add in and apply to your own context. Here, I just pick example of dentist. So you can give a challenge, how to tackle the pain as a dentist. What is the first thing you should do? Give them the choices, what they can do, and then give them consequence or result of their choice once they pick. And this is all text-based because it's storyboard. You can convert it into a video-based, and if you have resources, you can have a simulated patients or real patient with the consent. You can shoot their videos and clip it. I will share one of our own example during COVID with Prof. Shahid. We have published paper, bedside teaching. So where he used his own real operational videos, so that was very helpful. Okay, hope is clear. And you can gamify it also by, if they complete accurate choices or pass, then you can give them marks or give them badges or stars. Okay, this is the paper which I was telling you, like myself and Prof. Shahid, we have published that during COVID time. It's open access. You can scan this QR code and you will have access. And if you know this, we have incorporated, I think, Agni's 90 minutes of instruction also, and gives reflective practice, think aloud, hypothetical, deductive approach also, and successfully implemented during COVID. And after COVID, students really love and ask Prof. Shai to actually, we want this mode. Why? Because they have privilege to access the virtual medical clinic content, they can actually revise, repeat, and they would prefer hybrid mode. Like they want this format also and real bedside teaching also. So you can scan this QR code or just search bedside teaching Shahid Hassan, then you will get access to this paper. And do let us know if you want more assistance or help. Okay, level of immersiveness. Yes, we categorize like low immersive, like just now, what I'm doing actually. It's very low immersive, where we use textbooks, lecture, webinars. Sometime I try to increase when I put QR code. For sure, you will actually will be more immersive. Or when I ask like polls, or ask questions. Semi-immersive, so interactive simulations on computer and tabs or your smart devices. Fully immersive, where it's expensive to design. You need specialized hardware like goggle, virtual reality headsets, but it engages learner fully, like each and every object inside the scene, learner can pick, learner can even do some actions with that. We successfully implemented at IMU University immersive learning with the help of VR. We first project we did for basic lab experiments before students go to lab, they use VR or immersive environment. And currently we're working on OT, Operation Theater, virtually. There maybe for some of you it's like, okay, there are a lot of products available, but when we evaluated those off the shelf products, certain things were not aligned with the Ministry of Health guidelines in Malaysia. So when we asked our vendor or those companies, they said you can't edit, you have to request, then only we will think of editing even small thing, like drug dosage or different procedure practices. They won't, because it costs them a lot. But doing in-house, that's the benefit of using our own scenarios, our own drugs, even brand and all that. So it's very, very nice experience. Students are really enjoying that. Okay. Now, video-based content, this is, I think, majority of type of our content or the way we learn. If I got some issues with my car, or even in the kitchen something happened, I will go and Google a video and I will watch that video. Okay, and then make sure that I can rewind rather than reading, manuals or text. So a simple, as we go down, the level of immersiveness will increase. Like you can record voice on top of your PowerPoint and convert that into a video format. Okay, then screen capture is more immersive, where you can see, if you have a step-by-step process, you can actually move your mouse, you can actually see step by step and show, sometimes zoom in, zoom out, where I'm clicking, what step is next. Screen capture. Live cast is this what we are doing now. You can stop me anytime. You can ask me question. So you are more immersive than all the previous examples I gave, because you may post a question next to the video. Maybe when I will be online, then only I can actually answer. But in this live cast or live broadcast, you are having more immersive opportunities, where you can stop, you can post question, you can increase the pace by asking me, okay, this is clear, or can you explain more? Then comes in interactive video, and one of the free tool I always promote, with a disclaimer, I won't get any, it's a free tool, but now they release with the help of AI feature, some cost involved there, but I'm using free tool H5P to generate interactive video, and a lot of interactive and immersive content I design. Then don't forget or don't underestimate the value of 3D elements. And they're in your own PowerPoint, you go search, insert pictures, and under somewhere there 3D objects are there. And very immersively or innovatively you could use. Last one, highly immersive, but it's costly. You need special hardware, but before that you need to design special content, where you need a 360-degree recording of video, Then you need to come up with strong storyboard, what to do, because even in OT, I experience like it's challenging. When we ask our senior surgeons, please explain the steps or processes on a piece of paper or tell us. Most of senior surgeons, they forget, but they are very good. I'm not complaining, but the moment they enter into OT, everything is in their DNA. But when we ask them to give instruction, they forget a lot of things. So when we completed our first version, or they say, oh, we missed this, we missed that. So storyboard is very helpful. Okay, let's moving on. The evaluation of e-learning. Traditional, we know static content, limited interaction, one way only. Interactive, where we use multiple content, some basic simulations or feature of simulation inside, and then AI enhance. Nowadays, AI everywhere, right? But just make sure that be careful. You evaluate, go back to the key elements, readiness, and then only. Not everything AI can solve. Okay, so be responsible, be ethical, and use AI for not replacement but for enhancement. Then comes in immersive, where we have virtual scenarios and realistic simulations. So I was visiting one of the specialist hospital and research center, and where they were training residents, and that's where I actually guide them, like record each and every critical patient with the consent of patient, and then convert that content, because when you are handling critical patients, you don't have time to train your residents, because your priority, topmost priority, is to manage patient, save patient life. So that's where actually those recordings are, and later on we can convert them into more immersive real simulation, and that would even assist the personalization of the learning according to the learner's need. Okay, AI technologies, yes, they are reshaping education. Sorry for this repetition because it's AI generated. Okay, so these are the issues with AI. AI tutor, very powerful. You can actually, I can mimic myself, and I tried, generated my own bot, and very successfully it answers a lot of questions. And maybe if time permits, I will put in the chat, and you can interact with my bot. And I have, the platform I use is poe.com. Free 5 bots you can generate. So for each course, you can generate 1 bot, and all frequently asked questions, past cohorts, you can put that as a knowledge base. So that bot, customized bot, will only mine or refer to those documents you have uploaded. And it's very helpful for learners. And sometimes these bots are more human than ourselves, because if same student asks 2 times, 3 times same question, we will get upset. But these bots, they are so trained like that, they will be even more politer than second time, or third time even they will elaborate more. So this is how the benefit of AI, where AI have the strength. Then adaptive learning environment, yeah, you can actually, based on the performance, you can adjust. Khan Academy is one of the good example where they incorporated AI. They were using adaptive assessment, or even tailor-made content pushed to the learner. Even with the assistant of AI, they are even enhanced that personalized experience. And intelligent feedback, yes. Automated assessment and grading, still not that accurate, but yes, you can get assistance from AI or technology, where they could automatically generate feedback based on some keywords. I will share with you at the end. Lately, Google AI Studio or Lab, they have something very powerful, which scary also. Okay, let me move on. Just to share with you all some of, no, I wanted to clear this annotation. Someone actually was, never mind. Digital resources where ebooks, there are a lot of platforms, open educational resources you can get access to. OER, then comes in e-journals. Don't underestimate. I was reading that majority of journals just publish and nobody refer. But if you ask your students, please give reference to journals. go to your own institution library and get access to these journals, and don't just say this is what I think. No, based on journals you can refer to and give your assignment submission based on these journals. Videos, question banks, online databases. Even some of the institutions, they subscribe to examination databases. Just now I shared prognosis. You can actually learn a lot of cases from prognosis. It's an open access application developed by Sri Lankan doctors. Then comes in examination database, then e-portfolios. Yeah, some of these, yeah, I think maybe Sister Sakina will do that to disable the annotation. Okay, no worries. E-portfolios is also a great resource. Ask your senior students or senior cohort. Portfolios could be a material for your junior cohorts to go through and enhance or give reflection on this. Then e-community of practice. I think SIVU is a great platform. Our WhatsApp group, our YouTube channel, where a great sense of community of practice. You give problem, there are a lot of people who will come in, from different part of the world and assist you. All these WhatsApp groups, our Telegram groups, channels, and all this very powerful e-community of practice. Then open access resources, and don't underestimate social media. I think now majority of institutions, they recognize and they allow. Just 10 to 12 years or even 5 years ago, very challenging. A lot of social media platforms were blocked in my own institution because they think it's gamification and waste of time. Then comes in central digital repository, very powerful digital resource if your institutions have. Um, Try to tag them properly, whatever resources you put in digital repository, and reuse them. And don't forget the MOOCs. MOOCs also, massive open online courses, a great digital resource. Then comes in free, accessible AI learning tools. I'm looking at, yeah, annotation. Okay. Yeah, so they are free immersive learning with AI features tool. So if you search Go Space Education, it will allow you to create virtual world, and creatively or innovatively you can copy your assessment into it, and then ask your learners to go into that immersive world. And okay. Now I'm clearing the annotation. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Google Expedition is another where, or Class VR, you can search and you could actually virtually, even there are a lot of features. I was discussing with my daughter, she wants to buy latest smartphone, and then I ask why you need this phone and are you going to use these features. There are a lot of good features in your smartphone. Your own majority of your phones have a panorama photo or video taking or photo taking, and from that panorama image you can convert a 360-degree virtual tour using H5P platform. And Google Lens, I'm not promoting Google, but even you can install Google Lens in your Apple phone also, iPhone also. And Google Lens is also a very powerful tool. Whenever I travel, I can translate on the go, and it can recognize, like, normally you take photo of these slides, right? You don't need to take, because recording will be uploaded on our SIVU YouTube channel. But if you really want, Google Lens can actually extract image text from the image. Okay, there are a few more like mixed reality platforms, So you can try explore, because it's a webinar. I will just touch a bit and move on. But if you really want to cover any tool, then we need to conduct a full-fledged workshop. Okay, let's move on. Sharing with more tools. Yeah, so this is the course space. You can scan this QR code. Very powerful, which allows you to build interactive digital content for students. And within these platforms, The free version will allow you limited features, but if you like, then you just pay a little bit amount and then, get full-fledged features. And learners can go in. A lot of medical institutions also using this when it comes to um, ethics or patient history taking or communication skills improvement, or even showing a virtual, showing wards setting. These kind of virtual environment will be very safe and very immersive. Okay, this class VR, maybe it's changed to different name, but if you Google, you can get also very powerful tool, and it allows even virtual reality content also. Okay. Yes, tools for immersive learning design. Yeah, H5P, just now I shared, use your smartphone, do the panoramic image, upload that image, search a template in H5P called 360 Virtual Tour. Use that template, upload your images, link between the scene, and you're done, ready. Less than 5 minutes, you can create a virtual tour of your apartment or house you want to sell, for example. I'm just giving a different example than education, but if you really want, uh, like for example, OSCE stations example, you can actually record video, panoramic view of stations, and then make them go through that immersive learning content for students to learn what exactly OSCE means and how these different stations will look like. This is how H5P could help us. Spatial is another 3D metaverse or immersive learning platform, and few other metaverse platforms are coming. Meta also started to launch, but now it's, I think, in paid version. You can try explore that. Most of my slides today, not most, some of the slides in this session, I actually use this tool called Gamma. So the cool thing, hopefully Gamma will still continue this referral feature. I've been using this tool for more than 3 years, using these referral points, and I got more than 20,000 points. So every prompt, it minus your points or coins. So if you scan this QR code, once you sign up, I will get 200 points, you will get 200 points. And once you generate your profile, you can generate your referral link and you can start using this for free. But if you like it, yes, you can purchase those coins. This is H5P, very powerful tool. For last more than 4 years, I'm using free version, h5p.org. H5p.com is paid version with AI help. If you got funds, go subscribe to it, then AI will assist you in content generation. Yes, when it comes to storyboarding, this is another free AI tool which will assist you in storyboarding. And even they have added a chat bot also. This is how it will guide you once you go in, download the template, you notice storyboard name, then you have topic, length, outline, even assessment, types of slide, and then final step. AI will assist you in each and every step.
Okay, so if you recall, in different types of video-based content, I have shared with you 3D elements incorporated into video. So here I'm sharing with you a platform called Sketchfab. There are a lot of 3D elements free to download and utilize, and you could even incorporate these 3D models for augmented or virtual reality based or mixed reality based content. Okay, so do explore. If you scan this QR code, it will lead you to Sketchfab platform.
I reuse my slide and my voice. Okay. So that's how you could do. I was telling you, you reuse. Now, future trends, I'm almost going towards end of my talk. Future trends and actionable takeaways, personalized learning, immersive experience, how we can make it this immersive experience close to reality, mimic the real scenarios. When you work with your clinicians or your subject matter experts who have real life examples, and if they have well documented, that will be really fun for learners to go through. And AI driven assessment, let AI assess, let AI guide us what to assess and how to assess by giving profile of student without names. And that's where the AI strength is. it could actually guide us, because provided the amount of data given to train AI, sometime AI could be very, very helpful in guiding us how to address special need learners. AI could guide us, but final decision is on us. Final responsibility is on us. We can't blame if something goes wrong, that AI actually guided me to do this kind of assessment. You need to test, you need to really evaluate. I gave you within this slide also some example, like some content was not accurate. I overlooked, sometimes repeated, right? Another area which is also I will consider as a future trend, we are going back to audio base. Like phone was meant for audio, no? Then comes in the smartphone. Now we are always on the screen. We talk less, right? Or use voice less. So we are going back, and where it's very helpful, very powerful, especially in a scenario where residents are involved, or doctors, or professions where you are occupied or preoccupied with a lot of other tasks. You don't have even free hands to type, or voice-based, audio-based learning will be very, very helpful. And it can even give you more immersive experiences, like Canva is already added text to speech or AI feature where you just click mic and you talk. Then Notebook LM, recently they have added also even mind map feature, and converting your, if I can upload these slides, maybe 40 plus slides, ask Notebook to generate a podcast for me. It will generate in less than 5 minutes. And cool thing in they have launched a paid version also. I'm using free version. Paid version, they have slightly more enhanced. They have during this dialogue podcast generated, you can engage, you can actually pause and ask more questions. You can upload an article, no need to read article, ask Notebook to generate mind map or generate a conversational podcast. And in the middle of the podcast, you raise hand and then they will ask you. And that's a cool thing or cool feature of Notebook and AI. Based on your own question, within seconds, it will go back to the document or reference material, and it will generate the content for you. So it actually distracts you by telling you, oh, very, very good questions. Okay, it's very important to know this. While they are conversating this, they are already got the answer from the resource, and it's very powerful. So you no need to read article in detail. You just need to converse with the AI feature. Very helpful. This is where recently I actually explored. This is risky, scary, but very powerful if you use sensible and responsibly. Like, for example, if you have data, you have 50 students and their data. You can rename, you can, to avoid, leaking or sharing personal data, you can code them and then ask this AI by streaming. And once you click stream, it will, you need to share your screen and then you converse with Gemini that what you are seeing on my screen, verify. Gemini will say, okay, I see records of some learners. What you want me to do? Can you please identify the top scorers who score A? I want male and female separate. And then it will start all voice conversation. So it's really very powerful and very immersive once you go in, and start using it. And under this Google AI Studio is still free. It's free even to get API key for those who are a bit technical or IT savvy. They can embed inside their own platforms and applications, and Google search LLM will be utilized, like Gemini will be part of your platform. So just explore and you will learn a lot of features using audio-based AI. Okay, transforming education. So AI can drive immersive learning, and there are a lot of opportunities available how best we can design, or use these tools, right? When it comes to knowledge and tool we discuss, creating engaging and impactful learning experiences is challenging, but it's fun. Once your learner will give you feedback, and don't rush. My advice to everybody, use step by step, challenge yourself a little bit and then add on. Uh, you just need to know top 5 tools and then master in that these tools. Then you add on maybe 6 tool, 7 tool, because tools every day there are new tools. Okay, so go back to the framework I gave you. Pedagogy is very important, and technology then comes in your instructional design principles. All these models or framework will guide us. Last thing is your tool or technology. Okay, so this is always I use this slide to remind, and what I just now explained, pedagogy should be at the driving seat. Technology is just to accelerate to reach to our destination, and you need a little bit passion. Okay, yeah. And this is my YouTube channel. If you want to know more, some of my workshops recording, sometime I go live also. Okay, so just to let you know, this image I got, I think when I was traveling from Glasgow to London. From the train, I captured this picture on top. Amazing, okay, these are a few more.
Okay, let's share with.
Yeah, so in summary, I just covered higher education landscape, share several theories and instructional design models, touch a bit on level of different immersiveness, and shared with you some of the tools which you could use them for technology enhanced learning design, and touch a bit on challenges, especially the elements like how we need to train our faculty, students, and make sure our management is on the same page when we are implementing technology. Okay. Just to remind all of you, please put your proper name, because we need that name to be put on your certs. So there are a lot of names missing according to our team there, who is evaluating your forms. Okay, then I touch a bit on future trends. So future AI is coming very fast, right? So that's all from my side, and thank you for your time and attending this talk. I'm open for questions. Thank you, Dr. Nayat. Link, which link you want? Dr. Sebi Das, I think. Feedback link. Okay. Yeah. Maybe Sister Skina, can you share the link for them to fill up? Yeah.
For the certificates? Okay, I did just a while ago, but I'll do it again.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Any questions?
Perfect. Looks like you covered everything very clearly, Brother Hasnain.
Thanks. Actually, it's
If
very, yeah,
no,
please.
it's very interesting and very enlightening to see how technology and education works together
Yeah.
to build our future students and doctors. It was a great session. If no one has any questions, I will summarize and close the session. Again, anybody, any question?
Sorry. Yeah, there is one question. How do
Okay.
we give credit to AI tools in writing? Okay, it's a gray area. Like I will give you example of how you give credit to your research assistants. Sometimes you don't ask your research assistants to write for you. You ask them to assist you. So similar way, don't ask AI to write for you, because if you are using that AI tool, then majority of journals, they don't recognize AI as author, but there are some journals they are doing research on AI. They even ask you to use AI tools. But in my own personal opinion, if you're using AI tools in writing, do declare, do and share your prompts, like how you interact with AI tools. That will help. Like identifying your contribution. Like you are not using like agentic form of AI where you just give a few words and it will write whole chapter for you, and you even don't know what references from where they get. So my piece of short 2 cent advice would be uh, use as only assistance for assistance. Don't use for complete writing for everything. Hope is clear. How can I create free LMS? Oh, you don't need to create, you just use. There are a lot of free LMS. You know, Google just now, YouTube is LMS. How you design, right? There are a lot of free platforms you can use. Maybe I can answer some. You just contact me on my social media, and I can give you detailed list of free LMS.
He's asking for the official use, not just the audio video, but an LMS platform.
Yeah.
Do you have,
Like,
can you share some names with the
yeah.
group
Okay.
on the
I can. And
on the
even
WhatsApp group?
Moodle is one of them. Let me
Mhm.
type in very quickly.
But Moodle is not free though.
This is free. I can give you link.
Okay.
Google Classroom. Sorry, the spelling.
Mhm. Yeah.
Moodle. Yeah. And there are Moodle versions. Moodle itself is a free open source. You need a server to install that and run. So there are uh, there are professors who are contributing by donating Moodle. You can just register, create your courses. Just to let you know, majority of MOOCs, again, typo, MOOCs platforms are free to generate your own content or courses. So you generate a course, you ask your students to join in. I have example, some of professors in Malaysia, they are using it, and they even encourage their own class to interact with international students. Escape room, right? Okay, we need a special session for that. My team actually generated escape rooms, even using Google and even Padlet, Quizlet, few other platforms. Yes, we can generate that. And Minecraft, if you Google that, yes, it's free platform. You can generate escape rooms. Yeah, sometimes students are not ready for use AI, but they do want AI during, oops, it goes up, during learning session because of NLT. What should be done by teacher? Just create awareness. In my own institutions, we have elective, but it's compulsory course. So come up with the short course. In Malaysia, we have for whole nation, they have generated a short awareness, AI awareness course for like in English, in local language, local, even Tamil, even Chinese, even Malay. And they work with multinational companies to launch this. Humanize AI for writing. Yeah, I don't know, it's a suggestion, very good suggestion, right? Bahadin. Thank you, Dr. Baha. Yes. We are using Google Classroom teaching. Yeah, thanks. I don't know, is Yomi, don't know your name. Okay. Wonderful. Any other questions? Yeah, over to you, Sister Sakina.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone. If you don't have any questions, comments, thank you for joining. We love having you here at CBU webinars on Saturdays. Look out for our next webinars in August. We will be sharing flyers soon. And please let the questions coming. If we close the webinar here, we have the global platform, the WhatsApp group, let the questions come there. I'm sure a lot of people haven't joined the webinar. They can also benefit from your questions and some knowledge sharing. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to put your name for the certificates, and you will get them by next week sometimes. I mean, if there's nothing else, we will close. Thank you so much.